On this week's show, pricing and the schedule for Peloton's On Tour first stop in LA were announced and sold out.
Plus, the All for One Music Fest will return, strength roll call collections available to all, and much, much more.
Welcome to Pelo Buddy TV, a show for the Peloton community by the Peloton community. Here are your hosts, Amanda Siegel and John Pruitt.
Welcome to episode 133 of Pelo Buddy TV, a show for the Peloton community by the Peloton community. I'm Amanda Siegel, and I am joined by my co-host, John Pruitt. Hey, John.
Hey, Amanda. How you doing?
I am good. Yeah, all good. It's been a great week. I am finally back on track, John, and I am thrilled. And thanks to my boys, John Husking, Manny Majacomo, and Jeffrey McEachin. It's been a great week. I have loved
great week on the tread.
Yeah, well, I'm down in Florida,
Tread
so
heavy.
I'm having to app it, and I figured about how harsh I was going to be on Peloton in today's show, or whether I was going to let them go. But I'm going to go right for the jugular. I am so frustrated.
Here we go, right from the jump.
like right out of the gate, I am going to just say my piece and be done with it. But it has been impossible with the app. Here they are trying to promote an app-based product and you know, this rebranding. I have not been able to get onto the workouts from the app. I've had to go through the web browser in order to do some of the tread workouts for the live classes. For the on-demand classes, it's no big deal.
Problem.
But for the live classes, it gives me a blank screen, no sound, no picture, just subtitles. So
are you outside on just your data connection? Or are you on Wi-Fi?
No, I'm on Wi-Fi. I'm on Wi-Fi. I've been in the gym. A couple of classes I did do. No, but those were on demand. A couple classes I did do outside, but those were on demand, so it wasn't a big deal. But the live ones were all on the tread. Somebody did, and I did see somebody say something. I need to try it. Is that if you turn off subtitles, that it may work. So you know what? I'm going to try that for tomorrow's workouts. But it's been very frustrating. So that was my first complaint. My second complaint is God damn that frigging schedule and trying to book. I tried on Thursday to book for classes at the end of July, and I mean, I did everything right, John. Could only get in for 2 classes. It's just, I don't understand. I just don't understand how some of these people are able to get all these classes. So anyway, all right.
I'll have to admit, I'm so unmotivated to go back to New York, to Jersey to visit family, just because I don't want to deal with the stress and hassle of trying to do a class. So I haven't even made any plans to go back. I just,
because it's so frustrating.
I guess I got it out of my system, last fall, and with going to London. So
yeah. Well, I have the girls in the city, so it's fun for me to go. My girls are in the city, so it's fun for me to go visit them. And if I'm going to visit them, I want to know that I have something that I can look forward to. So anyway, I am all right. I'm done bitching and moaning. I needed to get that out of the way.
First world problems.
Yeah, they are definitely first world problems. And you've had a good week though.
Yeah, great week. Jackson finished up school, his 4th grade class, and he went right into his summer camp on the farm in the town we live in Michigan. So he is happy, and we're off to Los Angeles for the week for his acting showcase that he's doing. So looking forward to that.
Sounds great. That's awesome. Awesome. All right. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. So folks, before we get started with the show, we always like to remind you how you can keep up to date with all of our content across all of our platforms. Every episode is released on our YouTube channel. Just hit the subscribe button in the bottom right-hand corner of the video and hit the notify button to make sure that you never miss an episode.
Yes, and we do always remind you, if you're on the go, we are on all traditional podcast platforms. So if you just want to listen to us, you got that option. And be sure to subscribe to us, of course. And leave us a review. We love getting those 5-star reviews, and we always appreciate the feedback on how we can add to and improve the show, especially, with the sound and the audio. I know Chris Giles puts a lot of time and effort and sweat into that. So we're always trying to add enhancements. So keep those coming.
Yeah. And we don't want the 4, 3, or 2-star. As John said, the 5-star reviews is all we want. And finally,
we'll just skip right over those 2-star.
Right over them. Exactly.
Gloss right over them.
Exactly.
Not that we get any of those.
Of course not. I mean, in the old days, but now we've this really well-oiled machine at this point.
Right.
All right, folks. Well, we're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Just search for Pillow Buddy and follow us on those platforms for all of the latest news. And now, John, let's get on with the show.
All right, let's get it on.
First, let's do a rundown of the latest Pello news.
All right, so Peloton has officially announced the details for the first stop on Peloton on tour in Los Angeles, California, which will take place from July 13th to the 15th of this year. The event will feature the following. So they have now told us who's going to be there. The 5 instructors that folks can get to meet are Adrian Williams, Ben Aldis, Camilla Ramon, Katie Wong, and Kendall Toole. The itinerary includes the following. There are 3 events, each of which has a separate ticket. So when we spoke to you about it last week, we didn't know pricing and we didn't know what they were going to involve. Now we have all the details. So there are 3 events, each of which has a separate ticket costing $60. The first event, which will occur on the Thursday, is the Peloton Instructor Experience. As I said, it'll happen on that Thursday, July the 13th. It will offer 3 unique opportunities to interact with multiple instructors. The second event is an outdoor walk and talk. It'll take place on Friday, July the 14th, and will start with a 15-minute warm-up, followed by a mile-long walk led by 2 instructors. The final event is Peloton class tapings. This will take place on Saturday, July the 15th, and will offer 2 ways to participate. Sit down, folks. The first one is a backstage pass for a special viewing of what it takes to make a Peloton class. The second is a high five crew and a free pep rally viewing party. So for $60, you can get to see the inside of a live class being taped. But if you don't feel like paying, you can just high five, which is a little odd. But
for 60 bones.
Yeah. I think the high fiving is free. They have spots, but it's free. The class viewing is the $60. So just to clarify too, in addition to these events, they are promoting an online apparel warehouse sale, and that would be for anybody that was able to purchase a ticket. So if you have a ticket, you will have a week to purchase sale items, clothing on items, and receive a 50% discount code. But it is online, so it'll be on the online store. And then lastly, Peloton will hold an invite-only leaderboard awards ceremony to recognize local Peloton members. Any Peloton user may nominate another Peloton member who lives in the Los Angeles metro area and is 18 years of age or older. So I have a couple issues with that. One is, I think that that's so limiting. I mean, is it really only going to limit it to just folks, in the Los Angeles area? There are so many fantastic folks in other areas that are deserving. And if people are willing to travel to a different area, then, why, if you want to nominate someone, just ask them, say, hey, are you going to be going to the Los Angeles event? I'd like to nominate you. You can also nominate yourself. So you are able to put yourself forward if you choose. But I have an issue with that. They've limited it to only 5 destinations. So it's really giving so few people in those areas an opportunity to be nominated. So there's definitely been a ton of chatter online about how folks feel about this. The walk and talks again are probably going to be about a half an hour. They gave them in hour time slots, I believe. The tapings are just half an hour time slots. So it's not an incredibly long amount of time that you're spending the $60 for. So I don't know. I'm curious. Look, I think for the most part, we're all suckers. And if people, there was no question, people would try, and it was sold out in minutes, and it was sold out in minutes. It was just gone. It wasn't even a big deal. Now, again, just as a reminder, we did tell you last week, but you were able the day before to see what the schedule looked like and who was going to be there.
Yeah. So at least we get a preview. So you have some time to think it over to what you want to try to choose.
Correct.
Now, there is so for the folks that were able to purchase tickets, it is you can only purchase 2 experiences over the weekend of events, right?
Correct.
Isn't that the limit?
Correct. So
if you were going to do the LA thing and, everything was available, which 2 would you choose?
I would do the walk. I think the walk and talk would be something that I would enjoy. It's just, it's something that I think that I would definitely, yeah. I don't think the screening is something that would have appealed to me. So I don't.
The backstage pass?
Yeah. I don't know if that would have appealed to me. That would have been something you would have enjoyed.
It kind of interested me because it also was like, it says it's 60 to 90 minutes long and you kind of get a behind the scenes experience. So I don't know, that seemed kind of intimate.
Yeah.
I don't know how many tickets they have for that, but it sounded kind of appealing to me.
20 tickets for the, for that. There was 20 tickets that were available.
Okay.
Yeah.
Small group.
So I don't know. It's interesting. I mean, I guess it would have been whatever was available.
It's only basically a month away, so it'll be interesting to see how everything goes. Like LA is the guinea pig, obviously, the first up. So it'll be interesting to see the feedback from folks and then see how they change or make any tweaks to the future ones.
Correct. And I'm sure there is going to be. I am almost positive that it's going to give them an opportunity. So I guess next would be Atlanta, would be the next one, right? That would be the next place that
the next city.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're spacing them out pretty well.
Yeah. So interesting. I'm definitely curious to see what happens next and what people are going to say about it. I'm very, very, curious to see how it actually turns out.
Wish they would add a Detroit, Michigan stop in there.
Yeah, but they got Chicago.
That would be nice.
Chicago's close enough. Chicago's really
Close-ish,
it on the East Coast. They don't have anything else. I mean, they didn't do Boston.
That's like the only Midwest. Yeah.
I'm curious to know how they decided on which cities they were going to go to in the US. I mean, there's nothing. Yeah, it's just.
Yeah, I guess they just wanted to really space it out geographically.
Yeah. And I said it last week, and I got a couple of people that were very pleased that I said it, and I'll say it again. I'm very surprised they're not going to Canada. I think that's a big, big fail on their part. I do think that they should have incorporated at least Toronto into the mix. But let's see where it goes.
All right. Well, the All for One Music Festival, this is a quick one, a little quickie story. The All for One Music Fest is coming back this year. So DJ John Michael recently said in his Instagram stories this past week, he can't wait for people to see the lineup for this year. And it is likely to be, it's coming out around the same time as last year, which was mid-August. Now, if you remember last year, Pello Buddy, we got the jump on the lineup as Peloton had accidentally posted, I think on Twitter, the lineup. And then within seconds, they took it down. But within that time frame, Chris Lewis just had the timing perfectly and captured that Twitter post before the Peloton social media team took it down. And then they shouted him out, and confirming that was the lineup and how quick he was for getting that.
I love that. I love that.
After he shared it. So, yes, hopefully we'll get lucky and get the scoop on it, but, maybe they'll be a little better about locking that down.
Yeah. Curious to see how if they can kind of do what they did last year, if they end up doing pretty much what they did last year, which, was a little bit different, obviously, to the year before and the year before that. So, a lot of pre-recorded on-demand drops. Correct. But they had a ton of artists.
But plenty of variety.
Yeah, ton of artists.
Tons of content and classes.
Exactly.
So something for everyone.
Exactly. All right. So moving on, Peloton has launched a new collection dedicated to their popular strength roll call classes. So the collection called Strength Roll Call is designed to take the guesswork out of members. It includes past weeks of roll call classes that members can tap into on the Peloton guide, but the collection and classes are also available to all members across all platforms. So this is something new. Folks that did not have the guide were not able to do that. The collection is segmented by week, making it easy for members to follow along with the latest content or navigate to past weeks. Each week contains 5 classes focusing on different areas, such as full body, glutes and legs, upper body, and core. As of the time of the article's publication, the collection contains about 157 classes, with more being added each week. The collection does include classes from 11 instructors who regularly teach these roll call classes. Peloton had first launched roll call classes back in the spring of 2022. So just last year. They typically take place at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time every weekday, with a different instructor and body focus each day. So if you're, know that at 7:30 you're going to get up and you're going to do your roll call, at least you know that you're going to be working on a different body part, as well as getting the ability to really find out who you gel with the best, because every day there's somebody different. The new roll call collection can be accessed on the Peloton app, the hardware device, and the Peloton website.
I can't remember if I told you, but I finally got the guide.
You did not tell me. You did get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I got it.
Are you using yours, or is it also sitting in a box?
No, it's hooked up. It's connected in the basement in the Pello Cave.
Correct.
I've not used it yet though, but I set it up, and I thought it was really cool the way it it has you stand and put you in this little
in the box
frame that you see. Yeah, in the box. And I even have this a 20-minute 80 strength class that's been in my stack now for weeks with Maddie Majacomo. I've been meaning to do it. I haven't used it yet, so I know your struggle with it. But no, I've been very curious to check it out.
All right. Well,
but it's ready to go.
Let's maybe next week. I'm going to be back in Maryland next week. Maybe I'll hook mine up and we can do a class together. Maybe we can do that. Get each other motivated.
I ended up doing another random 20-minute strength class from Maddie on the tread. And I should have done it on the guide because it was made for the guide. It was a class from over a year ago, and he was giving out these cues, and I was like, why aren't I doing this on the guide?
Yeah.
And it's just
I
just need to go stand at that one end of the basement where we have this TV on the wall with it set up on top of it. But yeah, I mean, I got it for free, so
nice.
Got a good deal.
Nice, like it. I like free things.
Yeah. Yes. Well, speaking of strength, I know a lot of happy members are pleased about this one. We now have arms and lightweight classes specifically for the tread. So we recently, this past week on, I believe, Wednesday the 14th, 4 new 10-minute arms and lightweight classes that are done on the tread. dropped, and we have one with Jeffrey McEacher, and that's in German, one with Jocelyn Thompson Rule, and one with Maddie Giacomo, and also the fourth one is with Jess King. But they're all using their weights, standing on their respective treads from London and from PSNY. So I know a lot of folks are really excited to see that content.
I loved Jeffries.
Tread users.
I did Jeffries. And it was really my intro back into weights, because I have not been able to do weights since the surgery. And it's been 7 months since I picked up a weight. So I did the little, my little dumbbells, and it was awesome. I loved Jeffries' class. So,
subtitles?
No, there weren't any subtitles, but you can kind of follow along. I just waited and could see what it was. So it was easy enough to follow along. I've got Maddie's bookmarked to do next, and then I want to do Jocelyn's too. So I'm happy. I'm excited about seeing that. I think that's cool. I mean, take kind of that same concept that they've done on the bike for all these years, with the light arms and weights. So it makes sense. I like that. And
I gotta say, I do love the stretches that they've recently added that are specifically for staying on the tread.
Yes.
Because I've been doing a lot of post hike and post run of those specific stretches, so I don't have to move down to the floor and spread out on the mat.
Good.
So hopefully they put more of those out as well. But shifting gears to the rower, we have some new focus yoga flows specifically for rowing. So I had to look for these a little bit. They're under the Yoga for Cross Training collection, but there's 10-minute a 10-minute focus flow for rowers that's taught by Ross Rayburn. They're both from June 14th. And then there's a 20-minute focus flow for rowers that's taught by Kira Michelle as well. So if you haven't spotted those, they're all the way you have to scroll all the way down to the bottom if you're on the app, to the rowing section under that Yoga for Cross Training collection.
Nice, good. So they're definitely diversifying, which is kind of nice. They're trying to incorporate, more of the modalities together and bringing in. I mean, remember Matt Wilpers too had that their class with Ross,
Yoga with Dennis.
With Dennis at least. Excuse me. And so I like the way that they're incorporating the different modalities together, etc., which is nice. All right. Well, last week we shared with you that Peloton were going to be having some NBA finals classes, with the NBA finals being last week. The classes took place last Friday. That was I can't remember now. I'm sorry. It was June the 9th. The 9th of June.
The 9th.
Yep. There was a strength class with Jess Sims and a 2-for-1 ride with Ali Love and Alex Toussaint. And it brought the Brooklyn Nets forward, Mikal Bridges, into the studio, and was featured during both of these classes. So that was really cool to have incorporated one of the, NBA, at least the Brooklyn Jets player in there. So that was
Brooklyn Nets.
Nets. What did I
Brooklyn
say? Jets.
Nets,
Oh my God, Jets,
Jets.
Nets. Well, they aren't there. There's the Mets and the Nets and the whatever. Aren't we in baseball season now? Oh my God, I sound so stupid. But anyway, yes, he was there, and it was very cool.
He's from one of the shitty New York teams.
He's very tall. Well, doesn't Ali, I'm going to now sound even more stupid. Doesn't Ali Love do the commentating for?
She's the MC.
Yeah.
She's like the in-arena announcer for the Brooklyn Nets. And Jess is she does the same role for the New York Liberty,
the female team,
women's professional basketball team.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right, good. So I do know something.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of myself. All right.
I did the ride. I did that ride live on Friday.
Oh, did you?
That ride was freaking hard.
Oh, really?
They were not messing around, Ali and Alex. They had some Tabata in there. But I was pushing myself, but nice. I mean, it was not a walk in the park.
Nice. I like that.
And at one point, Alex calls over to Jess, because Jess Sims was riding in the front row with Mikal right side by side there. So, he's mic'd up. She's mic'd up. They have the spotlight on him when they cut the camera to him. And I don't know he's obviously a really tall guy, but his legs look so awkward his legs were like pushed out so far. I was like, God, he just looks so uncomfortable.
Oh, I wonder if they didn't. Yeah, I wonder if they didn't measure him properly for the bike.
He didn't. He needed to raise his C post if it wasn't already all the way up.
Yeah.
But yeah, his posture just looked really funny.
I did laugh though, because often they'll move people in the studio because of height. Didn't you have to get moved once when you were in
London?
In London you did. Okay. So I was, he was like right there, front and center. So I did have a good laugh about that.
Yeah, back in London in February, that first class, it was like a Thursday night. I think it was with Hannah Frankson.
Yeah.
And I just happened to be on that side, front row, and I was right next to Emily Parsons. And then they came over to me and said, "Hey, we got to move you." Like, I thought I was in trouble or something. And then I got bumped to the back row. So
Funny.
So I learned my lesson after that. So you have to go to the other side if you want to be in the front row, because there's no height issue with the camera. Yeah, at PSL. Yeah.
All right.
But at one point in the 2-for-1, it was funny though. Alex called over and said, "How you guys doing over there, Jess?" And Jess looked over at Mikhail's metrics and said, "Oh, I'm just looking at his numbers. He needs to add more resistance."
Oh my God, how embarrassing.
Called him out. So Jess was keeping it real on that ride. It was great.
I love it. She's hysterical. All right, good.
Well, shifting gears to Father's Day. So today is the 18th. It's Father's Day, Sunday in United States. Peloton is celebrating with a number of special classes. The series was included in the This Week at Peloton highlights post from the Peloton Studios Instagram account. But there will be 7 Father's Day classes that are available in 5 different modalities, plus the additional Para Los Padres classes in Spanish. And based on the upcoming schedule, it appears that only 2 of the classes are live, so it's not entirely clear when the rest of the classes are going to drop to the on-demand library. They might very well already be on demand as this episode comes out. But we've got a 20-minute Para Los Padres HIIT cardio in Spanish with Rad Lopez. That was on demand, so that's available now from the 14th. 20-minute Para Los Padres ride in Spanish with Camilla, also from the 14th. That appears to have been live that Wednesday morning. 20-minute Para Los Padres slow flow in Spanish with your friend Mariana, Amanda, from the 14th as well. And then a Father's Day run with Hannah Frankson. That's 20 minutes from the 18th. That appears to have dropped on demand early at 5:05 Eastern time in the morning, that Sunday morning on Father's Day. And then a 30-minute Father's Day yoga flow with Chelsea Jackson Roberts from June 18th. That appears to have been live at 8:30 in the morning. And then a 30-minute live Father's Day ride with Allie Love. That took place on Sunday, June 18th at noon Eastern time. And then some TBD classes as of recording, what we have from the Pello Buddy article written up for this. There was a 20-minute Father's Day ride with Cliff Dwanger. That's we don't have a date and time yet. It appears to going to be dropping sometime on demand. A 30-minute Father's Day run with Bex Gentry, and also a 50-minute Father's Day row with Katie Wong. So stay tuned. They may very well already be in the library if you're watching or listening.
Nice.
To the show right now. Oh, and also a 30-minute Father's Day full body strength with Callie, which is also going to be dropping sometime on demand.
Yeah, and I think, Control Room, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that Father's Day actually is global this year. I mean, I think it's celebrated in the UK and Germany at the same time. Oh. Yeah, okay. Because I know that Mother's Day is not. Okay, so UK definitely I'm getting, but Germany no. And I know it's Australia has celebrated as well. So, and of course Canada, because it's weird. Mother's Day is celebrated differently in the UK than it is, in the US. So, it's nice to know that Father's Day is universal, and, happy Father's Day, of course, to all the fathers, anybody that's listening. Tony Sinkinson, happy Father's Day. I hope you still have that cup of tea and are, and are listening to the show as you do every week. And you know what, while we're on that, I'm going to give Tony a shout out. He celebrated a 50th birthday this past week. So happy birthday, Tony Sinkinson.
Happy birthday.
And hope you're having a beautiful Father's Day. All right, moving on.
And just a side note on those, all of those Father's Day classes will be placed in a dedicated Father's Day collection after they air. And you can also use that collection to visit previous older classes from past years, from previous Father's Day collections from 22 and 2021.
All right. Nice. All right. Well, moving on, Peloton announced a new artist series featuring the music of iconic rapper Lil' Kim. The series, which is part of the celebration of the 50 years of hip hop, took place this past Thursday, June the 15th, and included 5 classes across 4 modalities. So the list included a 10-minute core strength with Rebecca Kennedy, and that dropped at 10 a.m. on the 15th. It was on demand. A warm-up ride that dropped with Cliff Dwenger, and that also dropped at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. There was a 30-minute boot camp with Justin Thompson Rule on the 15th. That was at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. A run with Jess Sims, which was at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and a ride with Cody Rigsby at 7 p.m. as well. So all of these classes, of course, will be added to Peloton's Hip Hop 50 collection, which celebrates the 50-year anniversary of hip hop, as I said. And this collection contains classes from Tupac, Pharrell Williams, and Bad Boy Entertainment, artist series, along with numerous Woman X hip hop classes too. Members will receive an artist series badge for completing any of the Lil' Kim classes. So that included, there's been a lot that dropped in June that, follows the announcement of the Little Mermaid and the Ava Max series. So June has been very busy as far as, artist series and classes, musical classes go.
Yeah, and expect all of those to be explicit, as they should be.
Yes.
as ratchet as possible, as I would hope.
Yeah, I was actually very surprised that Kirsten Ferguson wasn't doing one of those classes, to be honest with you. I would have thought the same. Oh, of course she's not back yet. She's still I think she's still on.
Oh yeah, she's still recovering
leave.
from the.
She's still on medical leave. So that's right.
Yeah, is her crew called Ratchet Moms Club, or is that
the
just
Ratchet
the crew that likes it?
I think it is. I think they're called the Ratchet Mom. Yep, I think they are.
Perfect.
So that's too funny.
Nice. Well, as a reminder, PSNY will be closed on Monday, the 19th of June, for in observance of Juneteenth. According to the upcoming schedule, the only live classes scheduled for that day will be filmed from Peloton Studios, London. But just know there is a robust schedule of encore classes for that entire day. So there's plenty to keep you busy in the meantime.
Yeah, and I think we spoke about it last week, but Tunde's Speak Up class, I believe, will drop that day.
The Speak Up Ride.
Well. Yeah, Speak Up Ride. Well, Peloton had performed another round of class library maintenance. This happened on June the 9th, and for this round, there were 3 weeks worth of Peloton classes that were purged or removed from the on-demand library. So they're no longer just doing these 1-week stints. They're now throwing them at people. I mean, it's like, get on there. And I've seen a lot of people saying, I got to do this class before it gets purged. I got to do this. People are really aware now. I hope that it's because of what we're sharing with you guys, that you're getting the information as to kind of what the dates are. So these were classes that were taped between July 17th and August 6th of 2019. So those were the classes that were removed. This is the 3rd week in a row which 3 weeks worth of classes were removed. Yeah. So in total, 7 weekly rounds of class removals have taken place since this new class library maintenance initiative was rolled out. While the majority of the classes are removed during these class purges, a handful of classes are given exceptions, as we have shared with with you before, and they do remain in the library for members to take. So for this week, there were only 5 classes given exceptions and not purged. They were all Artist Series classes there was Artist Series classes, 2 Lizzo classes, 2 Red Hot Chili Pepper classes, and 1 Paul McCartney class. So over the last 17 weeks, John, over the last 7 weeks, there were 17 weeks worth of classes that have been purged, removing the majority of classes taped between April 1st and August 6th of 2019. So that's a lot of material that is no longer on the platform.
Oh, no. When I was assigning the stories this week, I figured I'd let you be the Debbie Downer and cover this bummer of a story. I didn't want to go over it again.
I know, you did last week. It sucks.
Yeah, and I feel like now with all the content that's being purged, I see on the Facebook official Peloton member page, I see more people creating posts about what happened to the 15-minute strength with Dennis.
Yeah.
And then I do appreciate, though, that everyone seems to reference Pello Buddy and say, like, oh, Pello Buddy covers this every week, covers it every week.
Oh, that's awesome.
They link to the site. So it is nice for us to get a shout out. But yeah, people seem to be more aware of it now.
Yeah. Sucks.
Yeah. Well, shifting gears a little bit, you can now pre-buy the membership when you purchase a Peloton device. So Peloton has made a little change in the checkout process when you buy the hardware, like the Bike Plus, the Tread, or the rower. So when you're in that checkout on the website, when you use this order is a gift checkbox, when completing the purchase, you're presented now with a new option that lets you also pre-purchase an all-access membership to go along with the gift. So previously, when you bought, say, a bike or a tread as a gift to give to someone, that person who received it was responsible for signing up and starting to pay the monthly all-access membership that you have to have in order to use the hardware. So now with this little extra option, you can go ahead and prepay the membership with your gift recipient for a few months. So you've got an option to purchase 3, 6, or 12 months of a membership for them.
That's awesome.
Keep in mind, though, there's no discount when you prepay for it. It's still the same exact price as you would normally pay monthly, which is around $44 a month US, depending on where you are with taxes. And you're not able to purchase it separately as a prepaid membership, as a separate purchase. So it has to go with the hardware purchase at the time of sale.
Got it. I wonder if the member could upgrade, like if it was being purchased as a gift and you bought kind of the $12.99, whatever. Or, are they different?
Like upgrade from the Bike to the Bike Plus?
No, I'm actually thinking, but that's wrong. That's just for app. I was thinking for the app membership. Excuse me. Forget what I just said. Never mind. This was
one other side note. Yeah. You can also prepay to purchase the membership with a refurbished device purchase as well. So they're also included.
All right, good. Well, we have some exciting news for our Australian members. Peloton has partnered with ClassPass in Sydney. So this allows users to book bike and tread classes at 2 Sydney-based stores. The announcement was made on the Peloton Australia Facebook page. The 2 stores are located at Martin Place and Bondi Junction, and the sessions booked on ClassPass will be free. So for those that are not familiar with what ClassPass is, it is a fitness club aggregator that allows users to purchase a membership and book fitness classes at various studios. So by opening up these two showrooms for folks to be able to go in, it allows folks who don't have a bike or tread an opportunity to try it out. I think that's really the ultimate goal of what Peloton are trying to do here, is to just make more people aware of the hardware so that folks will then go in,
just get more exposure.
Exactly. Just increasing their visibility and market to Australian ClassPass users.
Smart.
So the showrooms have private trial rooms, so folks don't have to be in the main area of the showroom. They're able to go into the back and do it on a tread or a bike in the back. They do have lockers and showers at these facilities, so it makes it really convenient for users to fit a workout in during their lunchtime break or on their commute. Perhaps you want to, you finish work, you're in that area, you want to go in, get a ride or a run done, shower before you, get back into your car and head home. There are over 1,000, on-demand classes for folks to choose, as obviously, and customers in Australia who are interested in booking a class at a Sydney store can search for Peloton via their ClassPass account to view the options. So a great way of just increasing their visibility to folks that aren't familiar with what Peloton is yet.
Yeah, that's great. Get the word out down under.
Down under.
Well, some apparel news. We have a new apparel collaboration. This is a tennis collaboration with a company called Varley, and the collection is titled Game Set Summer, and it's all tennis themed apparel. So there's a Decker Court. It's all women's. A Decker Court cardigan, a performance tank in a couple different colors, a mid-rise skort, and a Downing court dress. So just in time for Wimbledon, which is right around the corner.
Yeah. All right. And last up in the news, a very, very happy birthday to the incredible JTR. Jocelyn Thompson-Rule celebrated her birthday on Thursday, this past Thursday, the 15th of June. And we are sending so much love and happy, happy birthday to Jocelyn. And then happy birthday. Guess, John, we can go straight into Instructor in the News and you can kick it off.
Yes. Well, I know a few people, including myself, was surprised to see Jess King throwing out the first pitch before the start of the Red Sox-Colorado Rockies baseball game this past Tuesday night. She was there. She threw out the first pitch. It was a decent pitch. She bounced it off of home plate. Not too bad. I think Emma Lovewell smoked it right down the middle.
Of course she did.
But it wasn't. She didn't give them the luck that they needed. They ended up dropping the game to the Rockies 6-7. But then she also did at the game. She did a DJ set, so she was honing her DJ skills there at Fenway.
Wow.
But it was funny. I noticed there were some tongue in cheek comments on the Pello Buddy Instagram post about what's the connection with Jess King and the Red Sox, and I liked the funny comment, which they were purely just having a laugh. But they said all these New York instructors going to Fenway, SMDH. At least Alex Toussaint and Tunde know where their bread is buttered at Yankees. And then the person said, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, of course.
That's too funny. All right. Well, I think the highlight of last week was definitely the fact that Mara Thana helped a friend out last Sunday and subbed for Maddie Majacomo, who had an uneasy stomach from a little bit too much Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee. But Mara stepped in.
I thought it was like Clam's Casino.
No, it was just the Dunkin' Donuts. Mara did Maddie's 30-minute Pride walk on Sunday because, as you know, she is a New Jersey influenza, and of course is an ally to the LGBTQ community. So on Sunday, the 11th, she came in and helped a buddy out and recorded the show. For everyone's information, she has dropped the Thana. She's decided she's right up there with Cher and Madonna, and she is just Mara. So there is no more Thana. But in all seriousness,
ego's taking hold tomorrow.
100%. But in all seriousness, it was amazing. And it's always fun to see Maddie's, alter ego come out. As he said, he doesn't do it often, typically just twice a year. And it's a big deal for him. It's a really, really big deal. I think it's amazing for the community. And as you know, Peloton is just so amazing towards the LGBTQ community. And I noticed that in London, they have the stairs rainbowed, going up the stairs into the studio. They have them rainbowed. But it's a lot of work for him to do this. I mean, he has to shave off his beard. And he looks so young
the makeup,
without it. He looks so young without his beard. It's like almost a different person. Like this little boy comes out. But the makeup and the work that he puts into creating this for the community is pretty amazing. And then as folks, if you're not aware, she went on, I should say. Mara joined some lucky members for a brunch over at Zuzu next door, where she arrived, in full get up, and they had it looked like an amazing little soiree that they had. They played games, and there was just Peloton Studios have just posted something, a reel with what they did, and it really looked amazing. So some very lucky folks there. I'm very envious, but that looked like a ton of fun.
That's great. Well, Adrian has a new partnership with a mattress company called Avocado. So he recently posted like the thirstiest of thirst trap posts to Instagram of him spread out on this mattress, shirtless, of course. And he said, he captioned it with, "Do I have your attention? 6 reasons why good sleep is important for a healthy lifestyle. Reduce stress, improve your mood, get sick less often, stay at a healthy weight, think more clearly, lower your risk for serious health problems like diabetes and heart disease, and get along better with people. Once you sleep on avocado green, you will never go back." So I know a lot of folks really appreciated that post from Adrian, who's sorely missed on the platform. He's recovering, from an injury. I got
to tell you, we're a purple family, but we may have to go avocado after I saw that.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah, we're a purple family, but I don't know. That was pretty delicious. Is
purple I'm not sure about avocado, but is purple like a foam memory?
Yes,
or is
it's a foam memory.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because we've got a foam. I don't know what brand it is, but
my kids.
Foam seems to be popular these days.
My kids do all their investigations. Swear by it. So, all right, and let's move right into this week's picks of the week. And why don't you throw it off? Okay. You can hit it off.
First up, Emma Lovewell's 30-minute 90s ride from June 8th. Got that from Daisy Mack and a pup named Panda. They said, great vibes, awesome playlist of 90s songs by UK artists, and fun seeing her live with members from London. Oh, yeah, this was at PSL from London. She crushed it, but those 2-minute intervals. And then Tunde's 30-minute low-impact ride from the 9th. We got this from Lilo on the Pello. They said, great playlist on a ride where Tunde wasn't trying to kill us. And then Allie and Alex's 30-minute NBA Finals 2-for-1 ride, which was from June 9th. Got this from Peach Rides, Love Squad Peloton, and Everyday Julie K. They said 2-for-1 classes are always great, plus Jess Sims was also riding live in the studio with NBA player Mikal Bridges.
Awesome. And then Alex Kowarski, that 10-minute forms and drills row, also from the 9th, 5 p.m. Eastern. Our little man, Pello Buddy, Chris Nurse recommended this one. These forms and drill classes are great for helping you adjust and tweak your form, no matter how many classes you have taken so far. So that's great. All right. A 30-minute evening yoga flow. Also on the 9th, this one came from our friend Amajar 3. They said, great way to end the day. And I think I said Anna Greenberg. Yeah, Anna Greenberg's 30-minute evening yoga flow. And then Bradley Rose's 30-minute 80s ride. This was from the 10th. It was at 7 a.m. Eastern time. This one came from Katie Nelb and Amajar 3. Great musical selection and a bit harder than his usual rides.
All right. And Matt Wilper's 90-minute Power Zone endurance ride from June 10th. We got this from Books, Bikes, Beers. They said his 90-minute rides are always great. This one had lots of brain teasers and corny trivia. And then Ross Rayburn's 10-minute Pride meditation from June 10th. We got this from Hey, it's Eric M. They said Ross's meditations are always great, but this one, as part of Pride Month, was especially good. And then Mariana's 60-minute walk plus run from June 10th. Also from Hey, it's Eric M. They said Mariana is jumping right in with some longer classes, shared some good messages throughout the class too.
Yeah, so I actually jumped on an Instagram Live with her on Wednesday this past week, and she spoke about it. So yeah, because she hasn't got much on the platform, but she's definitely getting these longer workouts. And, I love her method behind her workouts. I just love that she's got so much insight, especially on the running, on the running side of things. And she spoke about this walk plus run just being really a stepping stone for folks that are anxious, at that point where they're ready and eager to move from walking into running. And, she's such a cheerleader. So I'm glad somebody recommended that. I haven't done it yet because I'm still not allowed to run. Hopefully from next week I'll be able to, but, I'm glad somebody picked that one. All right. Alex Toussaint, his 30-minute Club Bangers ride. It was from the 10th, 3:30 p.m. Eastern. Kim Carve 11 recommended this one. They said Studio Takeover by the My Brother's Keepers group. Alex shared on IG how it was one of the highlights of his career teaching that class. How beautiful. And I think our friend John Mills. Yeah, John Mills was in that class. And it did look like they just had the most incredible time. So that's fantastic. And then Sam Yo had a 30-minute Broadway ride. It was from the 11th. Nikki Inc. Will recommended this one. They said great ride as part of Peloton's Pride celebration. Rent and Juliet, Greatest Showman, and more. And then Kendall 2. Nice. 45-minute classic rock ride. It was from the 11th at 8 a.m. Natty 9 Dom recommended this one. Eagles, Springsteen, Aerosmith, Queen. What's not to love about this one?
Cool. Bex Gentry 60-minute endurance run from June 11th. We got this from Midwife Lexi. Ojo Diesel, Chaos for All. A beautiful dedication to Allie from the Allie on the Run podcast, combined with great coaching and the great message that haters are hills. One step at a time, we go over you. And then switching to Maddie's 30-minute Pride Walk, also from June 11th. Got this from Robin Ra. Hey, it's Eric M. Mama Petty, Pearls and Petals. They said the return of Mara, who is now just Mara, not marathoner, should be a required class to take for all members. And then Leanne's 30-minute New Wave ride from June 12th. Got that from Armajar 3. They said just an overall fun class.
Awesome. And then moving into some yoga. Chelsea Jackson Roberts. I love that. She did a 30-minute 80s pop yoga flow from the 12th. Sunny G and Amajar 3 had picked this one. They said classic 80s playlist from Dolly to Tina and more. She had my inner teenager jamming on the mat. And then Selena Samwala had a 45-minute tread boot camp, upper body from the 13th. Jenny on the tread recommended this one, said just a very motivational class overall. And then my buddy, Jeffrey McEachin, he did the 20-minute Little Mermaid run. I did it as a walk, because I just had to support him. And the smile on that guy's face from beginning to end with that run was just amazing. The music from the new Little Mermaid is so beautiful. And that Halle is just an icon. I mean, her voice is to die for. So loved it. And huge kudos to Jeffrey for that one.
Yeah, I have to do some of the other modalities. I've only done Toonday's Little Mermaid ride, which was fantastic. I did it with Jackie. We just did it one morning on demand.
Nice.
But it was a lot of fun because I loved her interaction with the in-studio members. She was asking about, what's this part of a sailboat? Like, what do you call the part of the sail that helps you steer?
Nice.
And then someone was throwing out somebody and she was like, are you sure that's it? And then she was trying to make analogies. There were some upper body segments. And she was trying to make some analogies, and she was just cracking herself up. She's like, "Did you like that analogy that I made? That tie-in?"
Well, I got to give I got to give a huge shout out to Moms of Peloton. Melissa did such a cool reel with. I guess there is a.
Oh yeah.
Did you see it with the
filter.
underwater filter?
Olivia's done the same one on
she?
TikTok.
Okay,
Olivia
I haven't
Amato.
seen Olivia's, but I saw Melissa's, and huge shout out to Moms of Peloton because it was so fun. It was so cute, and I got to laugh because I'm sitting there thinking, who the hell videoed this? And she goes, poor Anthony. I mean, what she makes him do sometimes. And she's grabbing a fork and, jumping over. And she's just said, she goes, what my husband has to put up with. But you know what? It was worth it because it was very cute. Really cute.
They're the unsung behind the scenes heroes of influencers.
Exactly.
Yeah. Olivia did a TikTok to that filter, that Little Mermaid filter with her dog Toby, which was super cute.
I got to go back and look.
Yeah.
All right.
So Jocelyn Thompson rules 10-minute arms and light weights. This is what we covered earlier in the show for the tread from June 14th. We got this from RF Hatch. They said, love the fact that they have these arms and lightweight classes for tread now. And then Kira Michelle's 20-minute focus flow for rowers from June 14th. We got this from Spins for Life 82. They said the focus flow for riders and runners were a favorite already, and it's great. They are expanding them to rowing too. There's another with Ross. And then Cliff Dwanger's 30-minute Tupac ride, which was in German from the 14th. Got this from Jeff K. Rides 3. They said another mini German language artist series featuring Tupac this week. Glad to see them producing some special German content too.
Awesome. And that wraps it up. There was a nice array of picks this week. So thank you, folks, as always, for giving us your picks of the week. It's always nice to hear what people are doing on the platform. Yeah, it's a great variety. Awesome variety. All right, John. Well, I guess that wraps up the show for this week. As always, folks, thank you so much for taking the time to listen, to watch. We hope you watch because Chris Giles has been doing a phenomenal job in putting graphics together.
Department.
I have to say, it's really been cool. So I know he puts a lot of work into it. So if you, bored and you want to head over to YouTube, definitely take a look because it is fun and you get to see us, which is fun too. But if not, hope you listen on the go and hope we gave you all the news for this week. All right. From me, I guess, bye for now, everybody.
And from me in Michigan, thank you for joining us. And as always, we will see you on the leaderboard. Bye for now.
Thank you for watching Pello Buddy TV, your source for everything Peloton, by the community, for the community. Work out with us using the Pello Buddy TV leaderboard tag and find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Pello Buddy. Don't forget that we have a podcast available so that you can listen to us while on the move. Just search for Pello Buddy TV on any major platform and hit the subscribe button so you never miss an episode.